What's up, guys? It is Carly here bringing you day 6 of my 12 days of Christmas horror. So yeah, we are halfway through here, and today I'm going to bring it back once again and talk about another movie that I'm sure many people would consider a classic, and that is Gremlins. Yeah, this is another movie that I did not watch when I was a kid, believe it or not. I mentioned that in a previous video as well, but I really never watched any Christmas horror or anything like that as a kid. There's actually a lot of just well-known movies in general that I kind of missed out on, and that was mainly because I rewatched a lot of stuff over and over again and never really expanded what I watched until obviously later in life. So I think I only watched this one for the first time about 2 years ago, and it was always one I kind of just put off because it seemed like more of a kids movie at, you know, the point I was in life. As a late teenager, I just never really felt that I would be interested in this film. It always just seemed kind of silly to me, but finally watched it 2 years ago, and the plot to this movie, if you do not already know, is pretty simple. You have this teenager who one day his father brings him home this mysterious pet as a early Christmas gift, and the pet kind of comes with its basic set of rules. You're not supposed to feed it after midnight or get it wet, and obviously these rules end up getting broken, and you find out what these creatures can turn into and are capable of. They kind of just become these very mischievous, evil, I guess you can say in a way, type of creatures, as opposed to nice, friendly, innocent beings that they usually are. So that's what's going on here, and of course they're trying to stop them all before they destroy the whole town, because they keep on multiplying and multiplying, and things are getting worse. So yeah, Gremlins, it's a movie that, for one thing, I absolutely think it is perfect for around Christmas time. It's definitely very heavy on the Christmas setting and the Christmas feel. It feels a lot more like a Christmas movie than a horror movie. In fact, I really don't consider this to be too much of a horror movie in general. Yeah, the Gremlins are kind of creepy, and if you're a kid, I suppose they would be even scarier, and some of the stuff that they do is very, you know, horrific and bad at times, and there's also some other dark moments in this film, but for the most part, it feels more like a Christmas-themed comedy film, in my opinion, and I would just lump it in more with almost the Christmas movies than the horror movies, but that's just me. A lot of people use this movie as kind of a starter horror movie for their children nowadays. It seems like this is one of the ones they show them, along with things like maybe the Monster Squad or the Lost Boys and stuff like that, and I think that is definitely perfect. Me as a kid personally, my mom just showed me straight up horror movies, so I never really got that experience, and that's probably why I didn't really watch this one when I was a child, because I was already watching real horror movies at that point in my life. But anyway, this movie, I think it's a very fun movie. Like I said, it's got more of a lighthearted feel, especially towards the beginning. There's a lot of comedic moments, and it's very enjoyable. The movie runs about 106 minutes, and one of my problems with the film, honestly, is that I've always kind of felt that it drags in certain points. For me personally, I just don't really, I don't know, I kind of just fall out of the film after a while once you get, like, to the Gremlins actually running around and, you know, wreaking havoc and things like that. I kind of just, I'm taken out of it just a little bit. I'm not as entertained as I am towards the beginning. Like I said, I really love the Christmas feel at the beginning, and some of the comedic moments really do work for me. So I really enjoy it for that. The Gremlins themselves, or the, I always forget what the actual term is for them. It starts with an M, but yeah, these creatures, I think that they look really good, and it still holds up. Sometimes they look a little silly, but I think they're, you know, in general, they're cute when they're supposed to be cute, and when they look kind of scary and evil, I think that they look decent then as well. Maybe not horrifying or anything like that, but I could see as being a kid how it would be creepy to some. So I think they do a good job with just the effects and how the Gremlins actually look. Yeah, in general, it's a solid movie with a solid cast. I really like, what's his name, Zach Galligan in this film. I think he is very suitable for the role he's playing, as well as Phoebe Cates, or however you say her name. I think that they are both pretty solid main characters in the film. I do think it's a fun ride of a film. Like I said, I personally kind of fall out of it, but that's just me. I wouldn't really say it's like a drag or slow or anything like that. Honestly, it does keep moving and there's always stuff going on. It's just kind of my personal taste. I'm just not as into it as much as it goes on. But overall, I think it is a solid Christmas horror film with a very solid Christmas feel to it. And like I said, it's got a very lightheartedness about it, but it also has some dark moments as well. Like Phoebe Cates' character tells a story about her dad that I've always found to be actually pretty dark and horrific, and there's really nothing funny about it or anything like that. It's really just depressing. So I think that's kind of interesting to put in the movie. Overall, good movie. Definitely a good one to show your kids if you're trying to get them into the scarier movies in the world, and also just a good one to throw on around Christmas time. Would I watch this one over and over again? This is yet again another one that I probably would not watch a ton, but when given the opportunity, I definitely will, because it is a fun film. So I give Gremlins an 8 out of 10. I think that's always been my rating for the movie, and I think it's a pretty fair rating. So 8 out of 10 for Gremlins. Thank you guys once again for joining me for day number 6 of my 12 days of Christmas horror, and I, of course, will see you for day number 7.